Right, thank you. I will call this meeting of Rotary officially to order. And now I would like Karen Herlicka to give us our invocation.
Everyone. So this Saturday is going to be the first official day of spring. Yay. And this year I feel not only the hope of spring brings us every year as we move out of winter, but also so much other hope. Hope that the pandemic will not be holding us hostage anymore. Hope for our city that so many good things that were starting before the shutdown will continue. Hope that we as Rotarians in our hearts of service hopefully bring to others on a regular basis. So in that spirit today, I found this poem that I hope you all enjoy, and it'll lift your spirits as we head into spring. It's called A Spring Blessing by Joyce Repp and Macrina Weirdiger. Blessed are you, spring, bright season of life awakening. You gladden our hearts with opening buds and returning leaves as you put on your robes of splendor. Blessed are you, spring. In you is a life no death can destroy. As you exchange places with winter, you harbor no unforgiving spirit for broken tree limbs and frozen buds. Blessed are you, spring. You open the closed buds of our despair as you journey with us to the flowering places. Blessed are you, spring. You invite us to sing songs to the frozen regions within and to bless the lessons of winter as we become your partner in a new dance. Blessed are you, spring, free gift of the earth. Without cost, we gaze upon your glory. We are a gospel of good news for the poor and rich alike. Blessed are you, spring. Your renewing rain showers and cathartic storms nurture the potential that sleeps in earth's heart and in our earthen hearts. Blessed are you, spring, miracle child of the four seasons. With your wand of many colors, you work your magic in the corners of our darkness. Blessed are you, spring, season of hope and renewal, wordless poem about all within us that can never die. Each year you amaze us with the miracle of returning life.
Thank you, Karen. That was lovely. And we all want to see spring. Now, please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty for justice and all. And now the four-way test slide, please. Of the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Well, welcome everyone. We have many guests here today with our talented students and their family or teachers. And Connor Jarvis is our greeter. Connor, what can you tell us, or who are you going to introduce?
Yes, absolutely. No, great to see everyone. Welcome to another virtual edition of the Rotary Club of Akron. We have several guests with us today, and many of whom will be recognized. I'll try to, and if I'm missing anyone, of course, please let me know as well too. But we've got several students that are being recognized, and then some of their invited guests. Terry, please feel free to chime in if you're able to assist. But we have Anjana on the call with us today. Welcome, Anjana, if you want to say hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, great to see you. Thanks for being here. We've got Tam Cha. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes.
Hi, Tam. Great to see you.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. And of course, we have, let's see here, Mary Weiner on the call.
Hello.
Hi, Mary. Welcome. And Emma Grass, is that correct?
Yes, hello.
Hi, Emma. Welcome. We see you here. Yes, thanks for being here. And then I might be missing a few, but I know we have Alma de Blasio and Marvin Grandison on the call, some guests of certain students. Am I missing anyone else, family, friends, other teachers or faculty that's on the call with us today?
We do have Bruce Weiner, Mary's dad, that's back behind.
Okay, all right. Welcome, Bruce.
He's over there.
All right, Bruce. Yeah, thanks for listening in on the call. And everyone, we appreciate you taking the time to be here and joining us. If I'm missing anyone else, someone please point them out or speak up. But Dr. Rob, that's all I'm seeing on my end.
Great. Thank you, Connor, and welcome again to all our guests. So I'm going to start with a bit of Starbucks card trivia. And I know I'm in arrears for 3 of you for your Starbucks cards, and I haven't forgotten. I just have to get to Starbucks in person. Karen talked to us about the first day of spring, but March has a lot of activity that goes on. And what I'd like to talk about today, and maybe the students can help us out for those of us who maybe can't remember our literature, but it seems like you survived the Ides of March. What and when is the Ides of March? So that's the soothsayer
March
and
15th.
Julius Caesar told Caesar to beware of that. So tell me more about that. Any takers? I'm putting on the big screen here.
Dr. Rob?
Just a minute.
No.
We're going to spread it around a little bit. I'm giving you too much coffee.
No,
Steve
I'm looking. I couldn't see. I didn't know if anyone.
Did you call my name, Rob?
I did.
Yeah, the Ides of March was about the betrayal of Julius Caesar from Brutus, and therefore the statement "Et tu, Brute," that you would betray me, and he stabbed him and killed him. And if I was reading my paper correctly, I believe it was actually yesterday on the 15th. Now, I could be wrong.
It was indeed yesterday, and Phil typed in "Et tu, Brute" as well. So Julius Caesar was murdered by Brutus along with other Roman senators on the 15th of March. But what is an Ides?
That's a good one.
The 15th.
Okay, the Ides usually occurs on the 15th, but the Ides is something else and significant in Roman calendar.
New moon.
Who said that?
Morgan.
What'd you say, Morgan?
New moon.
It's the first new moon of the month. So congratulations, Morgan and Steve. That's great. So Caesar died at the age of 55. So I thought that was a little bit of Roman history. And some people say that maybe he wasn't a victim, but he precipitated it because he moved the Roman New Year from March 15th to January 1st. So he played with the official calendar, and some of the senators say that he had what was coming. So hopefully that's a little harsh. Some of the other things that we have that's fun in March, at least one of my favorites in pre-COVID time, and now I'm just trying to catch up because I don't watch much college basketball right now, but it is March Madness. And just for bragging rights, who coined the phrase March Madness? I see your lips moving, Bill Manby. Did you name somebody? It's
Billy
not
Packer.
Dick Vitale.
Billy Packer?
No. And again, my source may be not the most credible, but I did it via Google this morning.
There's one in the chat box, Dr. Rob.
All right, let me pull that up. Yeah, that's Dick Vitale. No. At least my source says it's Brent Musburger. So it's a relatively recent name for something that's been going on for a long time. So great. Well, thank you. Before we go to the icebreaker, were there any Rotary ambassadors? Are there any Rotary ambassadors? People who attended another meeting or a Rotary event in the last week since our last meeting? Steve Bowie.
Yes, Steve. Good.
I had the privilege last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to attend the president-elect training. It was the first one ever done virtually, and very much impressed by a number of the speakers. I would say that the international leader of Rotary out of India, I think it's Shekhar, is Is that correct,
Shaker.
Shaker? An amazing individual. An absolutely amazing individual, and I think it's going to be a phenomenal year worldwide for Rotary. And wow, that's all I can say.
Yeah, and I'll second that. I really think the DGEs, the district governor-elects from the 5 Ohio districts did a phenomenal job with the speakers, the breakouts. We had Shaker live. We played his video and then he came on live with us to answer questions. We had Jennifer Jones. We just had a really tremendous lineup, and I think because we were virtual, we had that opportunity like none other before. Although we have had presidents there before, this was really quite special. So Steve, thank you for your comments. I'm glad you were there and enjoyed it.
And Cheryl, am I to imagine that our own district governor-elect was part of that planning process?
Oh yes,
or?
very much so. Larry Lohman, yes.
Okay, very good. Any other ambassadors? Bill Manby Jr., even though you got a suntan, you didn't check out a Rotary Club where you were?
I'm embarrassed to say I didn't. I'm sorry.
Sorry to call you out.
While you were saying that, I was like, oh yeah, I could have done that. And it just didn't cross my mind. Sorry.
That's what you get for showing up with a suntan and a pink shirt in March. So you kind of stood out in the crowd there, buddy. I'm glad you had a good time. All right. Does anybody have an announcement? Cheryl, can you give us an update for the district conference?
I have no update today, but I imagine we will this coming week. I'm waiting to hear about setting up registration. I know that the committee of governors met yesterday, so we will have information forthcoming shortly.
All right. And thanks, Steve Bowie. You said real men wear pink and Bill Manby Jr. Is that what you said? No, that's not what you said. Okay. Anybody happy? Let's see who has some happy dollars here.
Looks like Katie is, Dr. Rob.
Okay, Katie.
Well, Katie's pretty much always happy, but I'm especially happy today, $5 happy dollars. I'm sad in one respect is I have to get off this meeting early. So I'm sorry I won't be able to hear all these fantastic students, but I'm overly relieved that I'm leaving this meeting early to go get my first vaccination. And I feel like I might cry because it's been so traumatizing, like living through this. And when this first started, I remember telling my daughters that this was like being on a train and science was coming at us on the other train. We just couldn't see it because it was around the corner, but we knew it was coming. And when I was just so relieved. And then today it was just an hour ago announced that anybody over the age of 16 is eligible to get their shot March 29th. So to me, that just felt fantastically glorious. So thank you.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm glad you're going to get that. And I'm glad you're relieved.
Plus I get Swenson's afterwards. So that's even a bonus deal.
So you still get bribed for getting a shot? Even now?
It's going to be our date. We haven't been on a date for so long that's our date is get a shot in the arm and go get a burger. So
is that program from your childhood that you got taken for Swenson's every time you got your baby shots?
Yeah.
All right. I saw another hand, Bill Manby Jr.
Yeah, I was happier until you guys all piled on me. So, but I'll still throw in $5 for a couple things. One, I am sort of sad I have not been able to get my shot. I thought that was the only bonus of turning 50, and I've been unable to coordinate finding a location. So I'm going to work hard on that today. But it's really $5 for having a great vacation, coming back, and then getting March Madness back is just awesome. It's like my favorite absolute time of the year. So this is March is turning out to be a good month in 2021.
Great. Anybody else have their hand up because they're happy? I see a lot of smiling faces, but
Harry, Karen, Pam.
I see Alma. I will give our visitor, not really a stranger to our club, but Alma, you're happy?
I may not seem like I'm happy, but I have a classroom full of kids, so that makes me happy.
Awesome. And you said Mike Shearer?
Harry has his hands. Mike Shear has his hand up.
Go ahead, Mike.
Well, I'll also give $5. I'm very happy. My wife and I were able to get our first vaccination shot on Friday. A great sense of relief came over both of us afterwards. So we're very excited and looking forward to the second one on April 2nd. So
great. Terry?
I have $5 happy as well. One of those is for our students today. It's nice that we're able to actually get 4 out of the 6 since they just got back to school yesterday and they didn't know what their schedules were going to be like. So we didn't know if we'd have anyone here today. So that was really great. And the other dollars are that I'm happy that I have had my second vaccination and my wife has her second vaccination as of this Thursday. And then after that, my daughter now will be in that group after the 29th, where she will be able to get hers. And so the light is at the end of the tunnel.
Great, Terry. Karen?
Well, I'm joining in on the COVID vaccine happy dollars. My husband and I are having a date tomorrow night on St. Patrick's Day to both get our vaccine. And I actually was looking up in Cleveland, Walgreens. So if people are looking and you're willing to drive to Cleveland, there were a lot of opportunities by Walgreens in Cleveland. So that's where we are. And I'm $5 happy that I will send for that.
Excellent. And Cheryl?
Yeah, I'm getting on that train. I'm going to give $3 happy, one for my husband and one for me. We had our first COVID shot Friday, and I can say I had a sore arm for a couple of days, but otherwise it was so good to get it. Like Katie, I just was in tears when I finally got the appointment. And we will go for our second one in a few weeks. And $1 for my pup, who we weren't sure what was going on, had to rush her over to the doctor Saturday morning, but she has a little infection in her elbow, but otherwise she's feeling good.
So in the chat box, Katie has been sleuthing the sites. So if you want to take a look in there, but the Wolstein Center has openings for next week as well for people who are willing to travel a little bit.
Got
So
a few more.
There's some more.
Mm-hmm. Wanda, Mella, Steve.
Okay, Mella.
Okay, I have $5 happy. I am happy because me and the rest of the Rotary Camp leadership team, we all got our second vaccine on Sunday. So we are all good to go here and getting ready for summer camp. So we're very excited about that. And then I'm excited because in 2 weeks, I get to go visit my 93-year-old uncle, whom I haven't seen for a year. So he's already had his vaccine and we're good to be together. So very exciting.
And Steve, did you have your hand up?
Yes, I did. And I'm happy to see my friends from North High School today. They're a great group. And in addition to that, just a large congratulations to Mike Shearer. And saw in the paper that he'd been given promotion at the Akron Beacon Journal. I think if I read it correctly, it was involved as marketing director, and you can correct me if I'm wrong there, Mike, but congratulations to you.
thank you. It's actually market leader overseeing the operation, basically, although all our departments report up vertically to their different divisions in the company. But yes, thank you.
That's great. Congratulations, Michael. There's lots of happy people here. And I will wrap up with $5 happy. My wife also was able to get her second vaccine. So I won't be the only one that's busy babysitting at our house. My grandson's parents are having some logistical problems with their daycare and with their call schedules. So I'm on call this weekend, which is wonderful to go to take care of my grandson. So that's probably worth $5 happy. And the other $5 happy, I know I don't get to root for any of my home teams very often because of competition, but my Pittsburgh Penguins are on fire right now. They've won 6 in a row. So I'm hoping they can hold on to their third place and get into the Stanley Cup playoffs.
And Dr. Rob too, and Jonna had her hand up right before you,
Okay.
You mentioned yours. I wanted to point that out.
Please, Angela.
Hi everyone. So I'm happy that I'm about to be on. Yeah, I'm really happy.
Great.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, I think we have a pretty good agenda here today. Many of you already kind of stole my thunder for what we would do. What's the highlights of March, since we've already highlighted spring, the Ides of March. No one even mentioned the toga party. Happily, that's something that was part of my high school hazing that I think I'm always traumatized about that. But Bill Manby Jr. talked about March Madness. So I'm going to forego the best March elements that you folks have so that we have plenty of time for these phenomenal students who have joined us, because reading through their data this morning, holy cow, these people are really, I don't know what the mere mortals do in these high schools these days, but I will let Terry Dalton take over the students of the year for manufacturing, engineering, skilled trades, health and human services. Terry?
This has been really a challenging year for the students, and I think I had a true appreciation when we started doing some of our first interviews. And I know, Jonna, I know, and I think when Emma had some challenges when it came to the video and audio capabilities as we were doing the interviews. And so just in that brief period of time that we interviewed them and we saw the challenges with the social media capabilities, you have to have a true respect for the students for what they've endured for the past year, trying to learn online and really poor connectivity, et cetera. So, you know, hats off to them for all what they've done, and glad to see that they're getting to go back to school face to face for those who chose to do that. So today we are actually honoring the students that are, again, in the manufacturing, engineering, skilled trade, and health and human services categories. And we will be honoring the other students in the other categories over the next few weeks. So just as a reminder, each of our students will receive a $1,000 scholarship from the Akron Rotary Foundation. And again, I'd like to thank Ann Jorgensen, Linda Farkas, and Janice Rado, who participated with me in the 2 interview sessions that we've had and the selection process. And so the students that we're recognizing today are Anna Gray and Jennifer Scarlon, who are both from Firestone Community Learning Center, but were not able to be here today because of their new schedule. Mary Weiner and Jonna Tamon, Tam Chow, and Emma Graff. Normally we would have had more students and get more guests here as well if we had been having our regular meeting, but we do have Bruce Weiner, who is the father of Mary Weiner. Again, Alma de Blasio from North High School, who also has been involved with the Akron Rotary Club for the Interact group for years and years. I'm glad that she was able to make it. And then Marvin Grandison, who is with the STEM program. So again, we welcome our guests along with our students. So the first student that I'm going to recognize is not here, but an outstanding student as well, and that is Anna Gray. Anna is a senior at Firestone Community Learning Center. She is enrolled in the Project Lead the Way engineering program, as well as the International Baccalaureate or IB program. And for those of you that are not familiar with the IB program, it is a very, very, very rigorous academic program. There are very few high schools throughout the United States that have this program. I think Akron was maybe the first one in the state of Ohio to actually have the International Baccalaureate program. And now that has moved into the middle school, and I believe it's now moved into Case Elementary School as well. So hats off to the Akron Public School System for having that program. In addition to Anna's rigorous academic schedule, she has been very engaged in other school activities. She has participated in the school's women's tennis program for the past 4 years, including being a varsity member for all 4 years and co-captain her senior year. Anna has also been engaged in the Eco Club, the Debate Club, and the Robotics Club. She has been a member of the National Honor Society for her junior and her senior years. When not studying or participating in other school activities, Anna has contributed many service hours in the community. And a few of those service activities include the website manager and other duties for the Akron Touchdown Club Foundation, volunteer for the One Way Cafe at the Gateway Worship Center, and numerous other service hours in a variety of settings. In addition, Anna assists her mother in cleaning various offices and homes. When asked how her participation in the engineering career pathway has prepared her to be successful in the future, Anna stated, "Participating in Project Lead the Way has been one of the best decisions I have made for my future. This program provided me with a confident foundation in engineering that will allow me to begin pursuing a degree in aerospace engineering at the University of Akron. Additionally, it has given me the opportunity to experience real-life applications to engineering problems through troubleshooting solutions and experiencing the advantages of communication and teamwork." She goes on to say, "From middle school to my sophomore year, I was a dancer, singer, and actress. The enthusiasm of Mr. Spack taught with finally won me over, and now I'm a VEX robotics programmer. It has taught me to accept new challenges with a smile, how to be calm and professional in interviews and presentations, and how to work with a team to overcome challenges." Just to digress just briefly, Mr. Spack had been at Firestone High School for many, many years and died recently. And several of the students we interviewed commented about how inspiring Mr. Spack was. And so they all, in fact, when asked who has really influenced them most in their life, Mr. Spack actually received that from several of them. Jennifer Bevan, the IB English and Literature instructor for Anna, has this to say about Anna. "It is a pleasure to recommend Anna for the Akron Rotary Scholarship. Anna's work efforts and ownership of her learning are excellent indicators of what she can and will accomplish. She is inquisitive and a critical thinker. While she excels academically, Anna also excels in her community through various activities. She pursues what fuels her passions and touches her heart." Mr. Andrew Wallen, aerospace instructor, had this to say, "Anna reaches out and pulls up the people that she is around and pushes them to hold themselves to a higher standard. Anna maintains a 4.1 cumulative GPA. As stated previously, she intends to attend the University of Akron, pursuing a major in aerospace engineering and a minor in marketing or business. And congratulations, Anna." Our next student, who also is not here because of class conflict, is Jennifer Scarlon. Jennifer also is a senior at Firestone Community Learning Center and is also enrolled in the aerospace engineering program. Jennifer has a 3.8 GPA and has managed to make honor roll recognition all 4 years. Jennifer has been involved in the Firestone Women's Varsity Soccer program for all 4 years. In addition, she currently serves as the treasurer for the robotics team. She has been a member of the National Honor Society for the past 2 years. Her commitment to community service is outstanding. She has been involved with the Faith Lutheran Church mission trips for the past 6 years. She travels to Southern Ohio and spends a week doing yard work, painting, and building wheelchair ramps. Jennifer estimates she has performed over 200 hours of community service in this project alone. In addition to the mission experiences, Jennifer also babysits 30 preschool-aged children on Friday night once a month for 4 hours at a time for a pajama party. For 2 years, she has participated in the Goodyear STEM Day, where she presents to middle school students about robotics, as well as showing them the different careers that are available in pursuing STEM. For the past 3 years, she has been educating middle schools about robotics and opportunities available through Akron Public Schools, as well as helping the students with the design challenge. For the past several years, Jennifer has worked at the Fairlawn Swim and Tennis Club during the summer months, lifeguarding the pool and other miscellaneous tasks that she has been assigned. When Jennifer was asked how the career technical program has prepared her future, she responded, "In my career technical ed program, I realized that engineering is something that I would like to pursue. I was always interested in math and science, but until I got into the Aerospace Academy at Firestone, did I realize that engineering was something I wanted to make my career. Through the Academy, I have been able to participate in the robotics club where I have been very successful. With my teams qualifying for state all 3 years, as well as the world competitions. This has allowed me to work with several different people to establish the importance of teamwork. Again, according to Andrew Wallen, Jennifer holds herself to a high standard, striving to turn in work that goes above what is required. She sets a great example for her classmates and helps those who are struggling. In robotics, she brings new ideas as they build, program, and compete. She is able to keep her team running smoothly. Another instructor, Scott Westfall, had this to say: I have had the pleasure of having Jenny in class for 2 years. The first year was our pre-IB class, Integrated Honors Chemistry and Physics, which includes the best and the brightest sophomores in the greater Akron area. And the second year was our AP Chemistry class. Jenny performed at the highest level in each class, showing the determination and passion to succeed in her goal of studying mechanical engineering. Jenny has a positive, respectful attitude in class and is willing to assist others. Jenny has strong organizational, leadership, and time management skills. Jennifer will be attending The Ohio State studying mechanical engineering. 10 years from now, Jennifer would like to be working for Engineers Without Borders. Congratulations, Jennifer. Our next student is Mary Weiner. Mary is a senior at the Akron National Inventors Hall of Fame, STEM High School, and is enrolled in the Environmental Engineering program. Mary has a cumulative 3.7 GPA. Besides being involved in the rigorous STEM coursework, Mary has been involved in several school activities. She has been involved in the Patchwork Diversity Club for the past 4 years, where she has held leadership positions of marketing and president. She has also been involved in the Art Club, Robotics Club, and the National Honor Society. Mary has been involved in several community service causes. For the past 6 years, she has been involved with Herps Alive Reptile Rescue. She has assisted with cleaning and caring for animals, helping customers, and working at events. She calculates she has volunteered over 200 hours over these 6 years. Mary also has worked an average of 12 hours per week for the past 18 months at the Akron Public Library. When Mary was asked about an individual or group project that she was proud of and what was the biggest challenge, Mary explained to us about a project involving the completion of a book on frogs. And maybe when we're done with this and it's time for our students to speak, Mary can talk a little bit more about this project. But Mary explained that there are 26 frog species, and she created an A to Z book describing each of the 26 species. Mary hopes to get the book published. We tried to actually review it ourselves, but it's tied up with the universities or the school's APS's thing, so we weren't able to look at it. So we're curious though to see it because it sounds really interesting. According to Zach Griffith, an engineering instructor at STEM, Mary is super creative and a pleasure to be around. She is civically engaged in social issues and cares about her community. Tanner Hughes, a math teacher who has known Mary for 3 years, states, Mary has displayed a great work ethic in my math classes. This, combined with her strong character and the drive to continue to improve, will set her up for success. Mary has been nothing but respectful during the years that I have known her and interacts well with other students and teachers. It has been rewarding to see her develop her math skills through problem solving and critical thinking. Mary will be attending Ohio University, pursuing a degree in graphic design. Congratulations, Mary.
Thank you.
You bet. Tam Chow. Tam is a senior at North High School and is enrolled in the Biomedical Science Academy. Tam has a 4.125 GPA. A few of the activities Tam has participated in during her high school career include chess club, varsity club, student council, biomedical science club, the HPAC club, which has the Valor Home as their project, and the North High School Rotary Interact Club, where she has served as president. Community service has also been high on Tam's list of activities. She has been a hospital guide for Summa Health, accumulating over 100 hours of service. She has also volunteered at the Akron Canton Food Bank, Haven of Rest, and Valor Home. Alma de Blasio is with us here today. Tam's English teacher and Interact advisor, has this to say about Tam. I've been very fortunate to have worked with Tam for the past 2 years. She has been an amazing disciplined go-getter. Tam schedules all the Interact events, plans out all the fundraisers, and keeps things rolling when meetings during the pandemic. She is very organized and can think through all the steps of running a school club, both practically and socially. Even as an English language learner, she is amazingly successful at all her classes, including biomedical science. Tam immigrated from Vietnam less than 5 years ago. Another instructor, Kelly Dine, who teaches Tam the biomedical science classes, has this to say. I have not known anyone more determined to succeed than Tam. She is a role model of volunteerism, professionalism, and leadership. Besides leading the Rotary Interact for the past 2 years, Tam has also completed multiple other community service projects, especially in caring for veterans at the Harry Donovan Valor Home. Tam is a Viking scholar and is at the top of her class academically. Tam is the first to say, "I'll help" whenever someone needs assistance. Tam has been accepted at The Ohio State, where she intends to study pre-med. She wishes to attend medical school, specializing in ear, nose, and throat. Congratulations, Tam. Our next student is Anjana Tamang. And Anjana is with us today as well. Anjana is a senior at the Akron National Inventors Hall of Fame STEM High School as well. She is enrolled in the biomedical science program. She has spent the first 10 years of her life in Nepal as a Bhutanese refugee. Anjana has a cumulative GPA of 3.73. During her high school years, Anjana has played soccer, has been a student council representative for 2 years, and has been a school ambassador for the past 2 years. Anjana has provided community service to the Tamang and the Gurung communities by helping them with programs, festivals, serving food, and cleaning up after the events were completed. Anjana works an average of 14 to 20 hours per week at the Kent Walmart. According to Coach Graber, Anjana's mathematics instructor, Anjana is one of the hardest working learners in our school. She is dedicated to her success and has an excellent work ethic. She has strong academic skills and caught on to mathematical concepts very quickly. Even more important, she is respectful and kind to everyone that she interacts with, both her teachers and her peers. When one looks at Anjana's commitment, only one needs to look at the commitment she made to playing soccer. While she attended the NIHF STEM High School in downtown, she played soccer at North High School. She had to take the bus daily to get to STEM, from STEM to North. Anjana has been accepted at the University of Akron and Stark State. She'll be majoring in accounting. Anjana hopes to one day work as a bank accountant. And again, what we thought was really interesting is how practical Anjana is. She had checked it out that she knew that going to Stark State would be much cheaper than going to the University of Akron. And so at least to go for her first 2 years at Stark State and then maybe transferring to University of Akron. But thinking about how she can succeed the best that way. Congratulations, Anjana. Our next student is Emma Grass. Emma is a senior at Firestone High School, Firestone Community Learning Center, and is enrolled in the nursing career technical pathway. Emma has a 3.8 GPA. Now, I've got to digress here briefly too. Emma is one of our students that really had to struggle with our video technology as well. And she actually had to go switch computers during the period of time that we were starting because we couldn't hear her. I'm not sure if Emma, you could hear us or not, but it was a challenge that day for sure. Prior to attending Firestone Community Learning Center for her high school years, Emma attended the Miller South School of the Visual and Performing Arts for several years. So this transition was interesting as she talked about having been in arts for all those years. Emma has been involved in several school activities. She has been a member of the National Honor Society for the past year, a member of Student Council for 2 years, a member of ASA Dance for 4 years, and a member of the National Honor Society of Dance Arts for 2 years. Emma has been a member of the Mayor's Youth Leadership Council. Emma currently works 20 hours per week at the West Side Bakery. During the summer, she lifeguards at the Fairlawn Country Club. Kelly Barrick, a dance instructor for Emma, has this to say about Emma. Academically, Ms. Grass is an eager and engaged student. She willingly accepts challenging material and returns timely written and/or movement responses that are thoughtful and honest. She can work independently or collaboratively. She is also one of the most responsible students I've ever had. She never procrastinates, knows how to prioritize, and asks questions that indicate depth of thought and understanding, and a desire for clarity and goal achievement. She has developed work ethic and leadership skills that cause classmates to elevate their participation to match hers. As a 4-year soccer team athlete, it is no wonder she has served 2 years as captain. Tammy Purcell, Emma's instructor for AP History, Sociology, and Psychology, had this to say. Emma works hard at whatever she sets her mind to learn. Her interest in the world around her and her concern for others last year led her to join me and a few other students to attend a conference at the Ohio State House on human trafficking. In response to that conference, she teamed up with a few of the other students and created a presentation targeting at teaching middle school students of the very real dangers in social media and in communicating with others through the internet. Emma intends to begin her college career at Ohio University to pursue a degree in nursing. Long-term, Emma plans to become a nurse anesthetist. Congratulations, Emma. And that is our 6 students that we are recognizing today. As you can see, Akron Public Schools does an excellent job of educating some great talent for our future, for their future careers. So let's give our scholarship recipients one more round of applause. All right, Dr. McGregor, I'm not sure if you want to open them up for any of them to say thank you or to say a few words.
Sure, we have a few minutes that if any of them want to make a comment, you're more than welcome. There's a lot of activity in the chat room. If you haven't already been checking it out, you've all wowed our Rotarians. So please open up and say hello. And so
Hi, thank you all for awarding me this scholarship. This is like an impressive bunch of students. I'm honored that I am included in this very impressive group of kids. They were like reading off everyone's accomplishments, and I was like, oh my gosh, these kids have so much going on. I'm so impressed. Yeah. Oh, and
well, thanks for sharing. And we know you're no slacker yourself.
Definitely not. The frog book thing is, if you were curious, it's frogs A to Z. I'm painting a frog for every letter of the alphabet. It's going to be in a little booklet. I unfortunately don't have any of the finished paintings here right now with me, but I do have some of the like early stuff of some frogs.
Neat.
Oh, wow.
Hold on.
Oh, cool. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome.
There you go. Some frogs. Frogs for the crowd.
Well, thank you.
Thank you all again.
You bet, Mary.
Yeah, lots of incredible, as Dr. Rob said, comments in the chat, just so impressive, you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you, Anjana. Best of luck.
Thank you, everyone. We appreciate y'all coming.
Well, Tam, we hope
Absolutely,
that we hope that things go great for you. I'm sure with the start you've already initiated, the sky's the limit.
Yes, absolutely. Karen Herdlicka, I don't know if this was seen in the chat. This is, I'm going a little bit back, but it asked our North High School guests to please tell your teacher, Jeannie LaFlame, that she said hello. They went to college together and they were in the same sorority. So wanted to share that as well too.
So in the chat also, we have Phil's son is going to be going to the STEM school next year. So, okay, Phil will be looking in what, 3 years to see what kind of accomplishments that school has, what your son is doing in that school.
I don't know. These ones are pretty impressive. If Parker gets halfway there, I'll be very proud.
Emma Grass had commented in the chat that her mic doesn't seem to be working, but she's so appreciative and everyone's been so nice, she said. So thank you, Emma. Sorry you're having mic issues, but we're so glad you're able to join us, and congratulations to you as well. Any other questions or comments? I'm monitoring the chat. I don't see anything new trickling in here, but just all wonderful things. And as Dr. Rob so aptly put it in the chat, quite humbling accomplishments for all of us, for anyone, but especially to be accomplished in high school, you guys. Very impressive.
I think what is amazing about this is that, I mean, our challenge every year when we do these scholarships is the talent that is coming forward through the Akron Public School System is amazing. And if you get down on what's going on in society, just volunteer when I ask for volunteers for doing the scholarship interviews, and you'll be, your day will be brightened when you see the talent that's going on and the skill set that these kids have. It's just amazing. So you can feel proud of what the Akron Public School System is doing, and the effort that these kids are putting up. The things that they're doing just blows you away. It makes our job very difficult, to say the least. So I'll always put in a plug for the Akron Rotary Foundation to give me more money so I can give out more scholarships, right?
Terry, you've been shepherding this scholarship committee for a long time. How many years of service do you have in this?
Probably, well, how many years? I'm trying to think how many years I've been in Rotary, and I became chair the first year after I joined Rotary. So at least 10 years, I know that.
So that's a good testimony to our newer members that you heard that within the first year, Terry took over a program that he continues to run with passion and love. So I'll put a challenge out there. So Terry can always use a number 2 or a 3 some days. So please don't hesitate.
Hey, Rob, just another quick comment. Big congratulations to Tam Chow from North High School. Tam has been leading the Interact Club for the last 2 years. And quite honestly, COVID put a little bit of reins on her. But I want to tell you, she is clearly a future Rotarian in the making. You talk about service, man, it was hard to keep up with her. She got those kids mobilized and got them out there serving. And I know that Alma really enjoyed that. And Alma de Blasio has been our chief connection, as it were, when it comes to the Interact Club. And there are not enough accolades I could honestly give to her. The number one thing, though, and you can't beat this, you can't top this, is love. And she loves these kids, and it shows, and it makes everything so much more enjoyable and that much more fun. So thank you, Alma.
Well, thanks, Steve.
And for Bruce and for the teachers that are there, just as a reminder, we will, the students will be getting a letter from the Akron Public School System basically telling them how to go about getting their $1,000. So that will be coming. And again, you'll have until June of 2022 to make that application for that scholarship. Most students do it the first semester of their freshman year in college. So, but that'll be coming, so you don't worry about that. But
okay, well, while we're wrapping up here, I want to remind everybody next week's speaker is Kyle Putinsky, the big brother and big sisters of Summit, Medina, and Stark counties. So that'll be an interesting discussion. I want you to remember that if you have a happy moment this week that you think you might want to share and you take a selfie, you can submit that to Cheryl Warren. If she gets that by noon on Monday, you too could have a photo op in our slideshow and in our meeting. Birthdays in the next week. Stephen Patrick Bowie on St. Patrick's Day, 3/17. Tin Abel on 3/20. And Linda Farkas on 3/21. Our joint anniversaries, we have Malcolm Costa will be in the club, will be a Rotarian for 24 years, and Katarina Pappas is 16 years. So that's a lot of years of service in the Rotary Club. So we thank you for that. Any other final comments? Otherwise, I'm going to turn my camera around and wake up the people that are in the class in my suite at work and say this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations again, everyone.